Welcome to Coding Studio Learners. In this video, I tell about how to find the sum of two matrices addition by adding two matrices as A and B and defining these values to add it in the C. So, declaring the values as the A, B, C and D. Result means defined as in a C. But declaring means adding those A and B, it performs the action in D. So all the operations performs outside the main. So let's see the logic what we have to do. So here we have to define hash include define like this. First of all, we have to take as a void add. Then after inside it int. I am defining as A. This is the syntax, main syntax we have to know. Which we have defining the matrix has n, n something s like t, which have defining the values which inside the matrix has A or this like int b, then like this we have to define until the C, because this is the main syntax by adding the two matrices. This is the outside the loop we have to consider it. మనం ఇది లాజిక్ అనేది మెయిన్ సింటాక్స్ అనేది మనకి తెలిస్తే మన ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ని ఈజీ వేలో చేయవచ్చు. సో హియర్ ఐఎమ్ టేకింగ్ I, J and I'm considering here for loop. For loop has I equals to, so I'm taking for loop directly. Then after again for loop for J, I'm taking here I and I taking here J. I tell about in the programming. So let's see. Then after C, matrix sum of matrix like C equals to A. I tell about briefly in the coding. So I'm telling some of the which includes in the programming. I including here some of it. Main syntaxes I'm considering here. We have to close here bracket. Then after next void has print matrix, because by printing the matrix of addition of two matrices, it prints in the void expression as print matrix. మనం ఇప్పుడు ఒక మ్యాట్రిక్స్ని ఇంకొక మ్యాట్రిక్స్ని యాడ్ చేసేటప్పుడు దాన్ని ప్రింట్ చేయాలంటే ఈ వాయిడ్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్లో అనేది మనకి వాల్యూస్ అనేది ప్రింట్ అవుతాయి. సో లెట్స్ సీ హియర్. దెన్ ఇంట్ ఆఫ్ డి similarly has which you have defined in the above void add. Similarly here also we have to define it, and int I similar expressions have to define it. Here for loop again here for loop similarly here for I and here for G, and here have to print has a D. Here we have to print D. Then next line we have to consider similarly. This is the main syntax I'm defining here. So next main of inside the main we have to consider as int A of n, which had declared here has n. So have to define n inside the bracket n, and again n, which values have to take, here consider like this. Here values, you have to include it. We have to consider the values similarly into B also here similarly. And then after C also, for only we have to consider the C of N and N. Only these values have to consider here. Then after that, it prints directly in the printer. So what is the matrix? Matrix of A is prints. So for adding to print the values which have declared here, so it prints in the matrix which have declared the values here. It will prints means here declares has I'm taken as a variable D, so it stores in the D values in the matrix. Print matrix of A. Similarly for also B. Similarly also for B. I am declaring only some of the matrices which have to declare main. So these are the steps which declaring in the values in the matrix. Then after it prints the result. Printf, then it prints the result. Then it prints the result as a printf. No, sorry. Print matrix C. It prints is the values which matrix. ఇప్పుడు మనం వాల్యూస్ని మ్యాట్రిక్స్లోకి డిఫైన్ చేసిన తర్వాత ప్రింట్ మ్యాట్రిక్స్ మీన్స్ ఇక్కడ ఉన్న వాల్యూస్ని మనం మ్యాట్రిక్స్లో డిఫైన్ చేసి వాల్యూస్ని యాడ్ చేసిన తర్వాత మనకి రిజల్ట్ అనేది మనకి ప్రింట్ మ్యాట్రిక్స్లో అంటే మ్యాట్రిక్స్ ఫార్మాట్లో మనకి ప్రింట్ అవుతుంది. దిస్ ఈస్ ద ఫార్మాట్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు డిక్లేర్ ఇన్ ద ప్రోగ్రామింగ్. సో నెక్స్ట్ వీడియో I tell about how to find the sum of two matrices in a programming. Thank you for watching this video. For more videos you can subscribe my channel, you can get here.